Hi everyone, welcome back to Showers of Ibukun podcast. I think the goal here is for you to be at peace in every way, every day, and I feel like this will provide answers to your many questions, and I guess you feel comfortable here. Mm-mm, stop that. Hello, everyone. Happy new month. Welcome back to Showers of Ibukun podcast, where the goal is for you to be at peace in every way, every day. Yes, I am Ibukun Christy, your host here on Showers of Ibukun podcast. You're welcome. How are you guys doing? What's up? How was January, February, and now this is March? Feels like, well, to some people fast, some people slow. I think it's just been steady for me, like not so fast and not so slow. I think it was just February that felt a little bit slow, but it was okay. It was all right. Yeah, so you're welcome back. So if you see the way I started this video, don't you feel like just scrolling past this video? Like, don't you already feel bored? Don't you already feel like this one don't even know what she's doing? And you just walk up past, like, next, right? Ha! So, today, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that you must not carry on as you go in this new month because it started already. This is the 1st of March, and some things should not go with you in this month and for the rest of this year. And one of those things is using words that are unclear, using words that are not sure, that are just going to leave your listener or audience in doubt of what you're saying because they don't really know what you mean. Okay? And I already used some of those words in the way I started the video. You can already guess them. So some time ago, somebody met me and they were trying to express themselves, and then they said, they kind of feel like they don't even know how to speak English. And this person said it in English, and I was like, didn't you just speak in English? But I realized that what they meant was that they just don't know how to articulate themselves in a comprehensive way that will make their listener understand what they mean. Yeah. So some of those expressions that we use, I've heard this many times. I've used them before myself, and I've had to unlearn those things. The funny thing about some of these expressions is that we even use them in a fancy way. I mean, we it feels like a trend, and so we just use them even though we know how to express ourselves in a better way, in an affirmative way, in a way that is clear. But because it feels fancy, we just put them in, inject them into our sentences, and they're really not cool, really, because we use them because they feel cool, but no, they are not. Some of these expressions are: one, I think. Now, the issue with these expressions is that while they may be cool for informal conversations, they are not they're not cool. They are not okay for formal conversations or serious conversations. So if you're speaking with your friend, um, a family member, or any other person that you're having an informal conversation with, I mean, it's okay to just talk and say, I think this, I think that, just to express your opinion. But if you are having a serious conversation, a formal conversation at your workplace with a client, in an academic in an academic setting, no, or any other formal setting, you don't want to be using I think. Now, I said I used to also use some of these expressions before. At my workplace, there was a time where I would just say, I think. Maybe my senior colleague asked me about something. Have we done this or have we done that? Or at what stage are we on this? And I go, I think this or I think that. And they say, oh, you're still at the stage of thinking. No, no, no. I need something. I need you to be sure. I need you to be sure. So, and then I go back to check my facts and then confirm to them. So, in a formal conversation, you don't want to be using I think, because what and it conveys to your listener or your audience that you're not sure about what you're saying, and so they cannot bank on it. They cannot hold on to what you're saying. Another expression we use is, I guess, again, if it's an informal setting, it's fine. I mean, you're free to just say, I guess. You don't. There's no maybe serious requirement, but actually, the truth is that as you evolve, as you advance, this the appropriate expressions will actually find their way into even your informal conversations, and you're able to sound more assertive, affirmative. I mean, your audience, you're able to express yourself in clear terms that your listener is not saying, what do you mean? Do you mean this? Do you mean that? I mean, if it's an informal conversation, they can ask questions and say, what do you mean by this? And then you get to explain. But to your clients, to just somebody viewing you online, like you're viewing me here, you don't have the chance to explain and say, oh, this is really what I mean. So at the time you're speaking, you want to just be clear as possible. You want to be as sure as possible and convey that to your listeners so that they know that, okay, this is what you mean and you're sure about what you're saying. So not, I guess, I think. I've even heard expressions like, I guess I should. That one that one just makes the listener to be like, oh, you're just confused. You're confused. Because I should already shows doubt because you're not sure. So you're not saying, I guess I should. No. Don't throw us into confusion. Just pick a struggle. Brother. Pick a struggle. Right? Then another expression that we use is, I feel like I've heard this one very, very well. And this one, I've seen people use it in a really fancy way. Like I said, it's not like they don't know the right thing to say, but it just feels fancy. I feel like, it's sweet. But no, it's not cool when you're having a serious conversation. You want to be as clear as possible. You don't want your clients banking on, I feel like. They can't even bank on it because what this tells them is, you're not sure. We can't take your word for it. We can't bank on what you're saying. We can't take your advice or counsel seriously. That's why you're telling them that, you know what, don't take my word for it. Don't take me serious. Don't bank on my word. Imagine a client that is asking for your legal advice or your expertise at something. They're asking for your service because you're an expert. They believe you're an expert in that field. And what you're saying is, I feel like, imagine you're in a meeting and they're asking, okay, Mr. This, Miss that, Mrs. This, so what are your thoughts about this, or what do you recommend? And you go, I guess you should be able to, or I feel like, yo, what are you saying? You're telling them, ah, I'm not an expert, so don't bank on what I'm saying. No, me, I'm just saying what is in my head. I'm just thinking out loud. Please, is that why they are paying you? They'll be like, hello, are we paying you for? I feel like you want to be sure this is our business. Don't joke with our business, please. Okay, so these are some of the expressions. I guess. I feel like I should be able to do this. No, 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 no. As you go in this new month and for the rest of the year and years to come, please make sure to express yourself as clear as possible whenever you're communicating, because it places value on whatever you say. It helps people to know how serious they should take you. It gives you relevance, because if every time all we hear you say is, I think I should, we are like, do you even take yourself seriously? Why are you so unsure? I mean, I started this video saying that I feel like you should get what you want here. I think this is the right place and all that. You have already left before I even finish, I'm sure, if that's what you meet here. So you want to sound as sure as possible. Let people know that, okay, this guy, this lady, she knows what she's talking about. And yeah, let's listen to what she has to say, right? Okay, so now you want to ask me, then what are the things that we can say, or what better expressions can we use to convey our information? Number one, I'm going to say it's all right to actually say I don't know, because I discovered that the reason we use some of this expression is so that we don't sound absolute. We don't want to sound absolute that, okay, this is what I am saying. But the truth is that at that point, you don't know. And so you don't want to say you don't know, but you just want to be in the middle, right? But it's okay to say I don't know at that time. And I know, okay, your fear is that, if I say I don't know, when they move on to someone else. When you're expressing this, in most cases, I don't know alone may not be enough. So you will need to add something else. A follow-up action to that will be a solution to the I don't know. So when you say I don't know, you can add for now. I don't know for now. Then you say what you're going to do. So someone asks you at work, what level are we on this? What stage are we on that? You say, I don't know for now, but let me quickly run a check. Or I can't say for now, but I'll get back to you in a few minutes. I don't know for now, but I'll find out. That sounds better. That means, okay, you're being sincere, and at the same time, you take this seriously. And so they know that they can truly take your word for it, right? And when you say, I'll get back to you, so you say, I don't know for now, but I'll find out. When you find out, remember to check back. Remember to revert. Remember to give feedback. When you say, I can't say for now, but let me quickly run a check and I'll get back to you. Please get back to them. Please. Because these are some of the subtle ways that gradually drift people away from you or from your services or whatever you have to offer, because it gives a message that you don't care, or you don't place any value on what you're saying. Another expression that you can use is, I am of the view that, or I believe that. This you can use in situations where you're being asked about your opinion, or there is a subject being discussed and you want to give your opinion, you want to share your own thoughts, or you want to give your own recommendation. So they ask you, what would you recommend we do? Instead of saying, I feel like, or I guess, no, to sound better and for your listener to take you seriously, rather use, I believe that, or I'm of the view that. Because in this case, you don't want, I guess that you don't want to sound absolute, as if no other opinion is welcome. But you are expressing your own opinion in a way, in a convincing way, to show that, okay, you're serious about what you're saying, you know what you're saying. So while maybe they may not totally agree with what you're saying at the end, but at least they know that you were sure of what you said when you said it. So somebody goes, Ibukun Christy, what do you recommend we do in this situation? And I go, I believe that if we do this and do this, then we'll get this result. Or I am of the view that we should take this step, and if we do this and do that, we'll get this result. I may be wrong, but I have said what I am thinking without saying I think or I guess, and that would have made me sound unsure. And to my listener, my listener would be confused that, okay, do you want me to believe what you're saying or what? So with I am of the view that, or I believe that, I've just expressed to you what I think without sounding unsure. Another expression you can use is, I have come to realize that, or I've come to understand that. I know you feel like you're in an English class, but no, it's not English class. It's just some of the mechanics we should take note of in our communication, because like they say, you cannot not communicate. Every time you're talking, your action, every sigh, every statement, everything is communicating something to your listener or your viewer. And because it's not at every time that you will get to explain yourself, they say first impressions last. Though I'm of the view that should the first impression always last? What if that first impression was expressed at a time that person is not in their right state of mind? Why do we judge them by just their first impression? But the truth is that not everybody gets a second chance to prove whatever they said or did, right? So you don't want that at that first time you're already sounding unsure, you don't know what you're saying. So instead of saying, I think, I guess, I feel like, no, you can rather say, I have come to understand that, I have realized that. So the good thing about this one is that while you are expressing what you're thinking, you are letting us know that you are not rigid, that it is a belief. It is telling us how you have come at it, that it is an opinion that you yourself grew into, or that you have arrived at as a reason of something. So you're not sounding absolute, you're not exerting, it shows that you're not exerting your opinion on the other person, or you are rigid and you want to make them believe your belief by all means. So that's the good thing about this expression. It's better to sound that way than sounding totally unsure. Or depending on the scenario or the situation, just simply say yes or no. Will you be there by 9 a.m.? No, I won't be. Don't give us, don't make us confused by saying, I guess I should, or I think I should. You know your itinerary. You know what's going to happen before 9 a.m. You know what your plan is like. So if that plan is not looking like you'll be there by 9 a.m., then say it. Rather than make people include you in their plans while you know that you will not be able to make that appointment. Please don't carry this into the new month and the rest of the year. These are some of the ways that you can communicate better and have a sound conversation. Conversations that people can hold on to, conversations that people can take serious. Communicating in a way that people value what you're saying, they value you, even if they don't agree with what you're saying all the time. But at least it shows us that you have a mind of your own and you're sure about what you're saying. All right, people, I believe that this has helped you. Yeah, that point, I believe. Yeah, I believe that this has helped you, and you will share with as many people as possible, because this is an easy mistake that we all may have made or are still making, and you want to make your conversations, your communication better henceforth. So share with as many people as possible, because we all need this to make our conversations better in this new month and for years to come. All right? Okay, guys, don't forget to like this video. If you do, I believe you will like this video. I am of the view that you like this video. And if you have only been coming to watch videos on this podcast and you're still yet to subscribe, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know. Are you confused? Are you also saying, I guess I will subscribe? No, don't guess. Stop guessing. Don't say, I feel like subscribe. Yes. A yes. Absolute yes. Subscribe. Yeah, so actually subscribe. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. I wish you an amazing new month and an amazing rest of the year. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.